Welcome to the Jaguar Podcast, a show where we discuss all things related to Duval County's finest NFL football team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Move 42, set, fight!
Duval, baby! Hey everybody, this is Andrew and welcome to episode 75 of the Jaguar Podcast. In this episode, we're going to be discussing the trade of Nick Foles to the Chicago Bears. So let's jump into it. Man, it has been a crazy week in free agency for the NFL, especially for the Jaguars, and Dave Caldwell has managed to trade Nick Foles to the Chicago Bears. And, I'm really happy about this. This is probably the best news that I've gotten all week because the coronavirus honestly has been very depressing, just a total show. And it's just I'm finally glad to get some good news. I was a little depressed over the trade, the Calais Campbell trade to the Ravens, but, we got Nick Foles over to Chicago and we got that huge contract off of our books. So kudos to Dave Caldwell for, getting that done. I know he was, trying to get that done, and that was a big problem. We signed that ridiculous contract with Nick Foles, and, now we got it off of our books. Unfortunately, we're only going to be saving $3 million this year, but I think it's going to be a lot more next year. I think it's upwards of 20 plus million next year. But, bottom line, I like Nick Foles as a person. I think he's a great guy. He helped mentor Gardner Minshew, and I think that was really honorable of him. Not a lot of quarterbacks do that, and I think it's really shows his character as a person. Not being selfish and trying to keep his own job, especially after the injury that he had, where he broke his clavicle, took that big hit, and but Nick's a great guy. I wish him the best. I think he's going to a good system. Former Jags offensive coordinator John DeFilippo is now over Chicago. I think that's a good system for him to be in. I think he'll get the starting job. I think he'll beat out Mitch Trubisky. And I wish him the best. I think he's a great guy. And, that's all I really have to say about that. I think there's been a lot of hate from Jaguars fans about Nick Foles, calling him the substitute teacher and, all these other things. It's a little ridiculous. I like Nick Foles. But, I think, one of the benefits of having him traded to Chicago is, one, like I said, we get the contract off our books, but he's really been an injury-prone quarterback. He's had a couple injuries. I think he's broke his clavicle twice. So it's just better that we have Gardner Minshew, and obviously he has proven that he can take a hit, especially in the preseason game against the Ravens. But now it's the Gardner Minshew show, everybody. It's Minshew Mania. I'm wearing my Gardner Minshew shirt here, and I'm really excited about it. And I look forward to it. I think Gardner Minshew brings a lot of energy to this franchise.
Just heart and balls, man. Heart and balls.
And really excited to see what he could do, especially with Jay Gruden, at the helm, at offensive coordinator. I think hopefully they work well together. Jay Gruden's has been a quarterback's coach. You have Ben McAdoo there that we got from the Giants. And, I think it'll be a good situation. I'm really glad there's no, quarterback controversy because, if there was and we had Nick Foles, it'd just be a total show. Just be total drama, with the quarterback controversy. And it just wouldn't be good. I think we have to give Gardner, the shot. I think he deserves it. He's the type of quarterback that can make plays. Even when, play breaks down, he's a guy that can scramble out and, force a play, or make a play happen. He could scramble, he could run. Nick Foles wasn't that type of quarterback at all. He's just kind of, he's more of a pocket passer, but not very mobile. in my opinion. And, I just think, honestly, I think it's better this way. And, failed to mention also with this trade, we got a 4th round pick. So, that's good as well. Nice to stock up our draft capital. And man, I really love this this trade. Probably the best news in the wake of all of this craziness. And I still feel like we need to draft a quarterback. I've said this in a couple of episodes. I'll continue to say it. I think we need to draft at the quarterback position. Hopefully, get Jalen Hurts. Like I said, I think he would be a great quarterback to get. Feel like he's an incredible athlete. I watched his combine. He's fast. He's mobile. He's kind of like Gardner Minshew. And I think it would, I don't think there'd be a quarterback controversy, but I feel like we need somebody to fill the void now that Nick Foles is gone. We need a backup. And, I'm not super confident in Josh Dobbs. I mean, the guy pretty much got injured on the bench, and, that's not a good situation. But, I'm really excited about this again. We got Nick Foles, traded to Chicago. We got the crazy contract off of our books, and now maybe we can make a deal potentially with, Yannick Ngakoue. I don't think it's going to happen, honestly. I mean, I think it's optimistic for me to say that, but it's always a chance if we don't, we can't get a defensive end in the draft. Yannick Ngakoue is a great pass rusher, great at forcing fumbles, and if in a pinch, I think we'd be okay if we re-signed him. It really just depends on the money, and I think the issue with him has been the money. So I don't know if it happens or not, but we'll see. Maybe we can trade him and get a 1st round pick. Maybe we go for Isaiah Simmons or Chase Young from Ohio State, who's very similar, I feel like, to Yannick Ngakoue. Great pass rusher, can force fumbles as well. But man, this is awesome. Let me know how you feel about this trade, the Nick Foles trade to the Chicago Bears for a 4th round pick. I'm ecstatic about it. I think it's a great situation for the Jaguars. And man, it's Minshew Mania. Minshew Mania.
Just heart and balls, man. Heart and balls.
But let me know how you feel about this. Leave a comment on the YouTube video or podcast episode. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. Leave me some feedback on Apple Podcast. Always helps me with these episodes. And, stay safe. Social distancing, make sure you wash your hands, hand sanitizer, stay healthy. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.
Let me get that. JYD coming up with the big sack. Quarterbacks beware, we on the prowl. Game day night, you could hear it in our growl. Intimidation on to keep their hearts racing. Eating other teams live on TV front of the nation. Spectacular defensive scheme.
This episode is available on the Jaguar Podcast YouTube channel. So if you stop by, make sure to subscribe and give this video a like. Also, these episodes are available on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and other major podcast distributors as well. So if you don't mind, please leave me a review and some feedback. I'd really appreciate that. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, my Twitter handle is @JagwarPodcast. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. This is Andrew signing off. Cheers.